You guys, JoJo Siwa drama just hit another level, and honestly, it's heartbreaking. After weeks of controversy on Celebrity Big Brother UK, JoJo's now ex-partner Kath Ebbs is finally breaking their silence, and what they're revealing about JoJo's behavior inside the house has left fans absolutely stunned. From emotional cheating allegations to a brutal breakup just minutes after reuniting, this story has everything: betrayal, heartbreak, and a relationship crumbling on live television. Let's dive all the way into this messy situation, because trust me, you're not going to want to miss a second of what really went down. This is L. Subscribe if you're new, and like this video to see future updates. You can also follow me at Celebrity What If. Thank you all so much for your great and kind support.
Honestly thought I would come on here right now with my partner being like, it was just a TV show and it was all fabricated and we're happy as Larry. But the truth of the matter is I decided to show up for my partner and hold up my end of the bargain of being in a partnership and being a teammate, and I flew across the world to support and be there and hold that person in whatever they would be experiencing, leaving such a wild experience. And instead I was dumped at the after party with Chris in the next room which is crazy to say out loud. It's truly crazy. Like, there's a lot of processing that needs to happen, which maybe I should be doing before getting online. But honestly, I've been quiet on here for 2 weeks and I felt like I've sat in this, and I think now I'm at the point of, I guess, some level of clarity that I and I guess we, people viewing, weren't crazy to what they were seeing, and that a lot of the things that were depicted were rooted in truth, and I have become collateral in that truth.
Because this JoJo Siwa drama just exploded. And it's honestly a lot messier than anyone expected. After weeks of rumors swirling online about JoJo's behavior on Celebrity Big Brother UK, her now ex-partner Kath Ebbs has finally spoken out. And what they're revealing has left fans absolutely heartbroken. It's the kind of real-life relationship meltdown you normally only see scripted on TV. Emotional cheating allegations, cold confessional moments, and a brutal breakup just minutes after reuniting. And the wildest part, all of it played out in front of millions live. At first, fans were cheering JoJo on, rooting for her to have this major career moment overseas. But that support quickly turned to side-eye when JoJo got way too close to fellow housemate Chris Hughes. What started as innocent friendships soon turned into forehead kisses, flirty banter, and major questions about where JoJo's loyalty really stood. And now with Kath breaking their silence, we're finally getting the inside story of how everything fell apart. And trust me, you're not ready for the receipt.
I will take accountability for the fact that the internet, oddly enough, did warn me, and I had my own instincts, but I chose to believe in what I thought was, I don't know, the kindness and the connection I experienced on my own level, like in my own life, and I, wanted to honor that and believe that because it felt so true, so true. I guess, like, in an odd way, like, I don't know if you can, I haven't processed it enough to, if you'd want to call it love bombing or whatever, but it seems to me I have experienced a version of that, being told that I'm the love of someone's life, being asked to marry them before this social experiment, being adored throughout behind closed doors, being hurt by what I saw but wanting to work through it and have a conversation and get clarity and, you know.
While JoJo was inside the Big Brother house questioning her relationship and getting closer to Chris, Kath Ebbs was back home clinging to hope. Before JoJo left for the show, she had pre-recorded daily video messages for Kath, little reminders of love and support, one for every day JoJo would be gone. And for a while, Kath leaned on those videos, choosing to believe that JoJo's heart was still with them, even as the internet exploded with rumors. But reality hit hard and fast.
I was told that there are confused feelings there, do with that what you will, and that they had realized in the house that I wasn't the person that they wanted to spend the foreseeable future with, which has honestly been, as you can probably tell by my demeanor, so shocking that I feel kind of subhuman right now. Yeah, and I feel incredibly humiliated and I feel a bit embarrassed. I feel like the internet might have warned me a little bit and I I guess didn't listen, but I also just followed my heart, and I love really big, and I love really intensely, and I believed promises, and I believed gestures and words and acts of intense intimacy.
Kath made the decision to fly all the way from home to the UK, a grueling 24-hour journey just to reunite with JoJo at the Big Brother finale, but instead of a happy reunion, Kath was blindsided. Less than an hour after seeing each other, JoJo ended the relationship. No long conversation, no second chances, just a sudden brutal breakup after everything Kath had been put through. In a raw and emotional TikTok, Kath opened up about how the internet had tried to warn them, how people had sent countless messages saying something wasn't right, but they chose to trust JoJo instead. Even worse, Kath revealed that before leaving for Big Brother, JoJo had talked about marriage, making promises that now felt completely hollow. Watching it all play out, you could just feel the overwhelming sense of betrayal and humiliation that Kath was dealing with, and it left fans rallying behind them in a way JoJo definitely didn't expect. Looking back, there were warning signs everywhere, clues that Kath and honestly the rest of us didn't fully catch until it was too late. One of the biggest red flags came during the show when JoJo received a letter from home. It was written by her mom but included a short message from Kath, and instead of being packed with love and support, the note was cold, simple, distant. Kath wrote that they were keen to see JoJo when she got out, but noticeably missing were any I love yous or I miss you. The basic things you'd expect from someone waiting for you back home.
And I feel pretty spent. I feel extra spent to, instead of be met with like love and I guess like I thought my effort to fly 24 hours would be considered, but instead there was a lot of anger around things like the letter and not wanting to be on TV and stuff like that, which is fine. Everyone, you know, wants what they want from their relationships, but I thought I was doing the right thing by coming over here and by showing up and by trying to be the bigger person in a situation that has been so incredibly hard and so incredibly intense and so incredibly destabilizing, and again I keep saying the word humiliating. I don't know how else to say it, but yeah.
JoJo noticed too. In the confessional room, she couldn't hide her disappointment, saying how weird it was that there was no affection in the message, even predicting that it would be a conversation they'd have to have once she got out. Fans at home caught it immediately. Something wasn't right. TikTok and Twitter lit up with people saying the letter practically screamed that Kath was pulling away, probably because of everything they were watching unfold between JoJo and Chris. Even JoJo's housemates started quietly wondering how her partner must be feeling seeing all of this from the outside. It was all happening right there on camera, or a relationship unraveling in real time, but JoJo either didn't see it or didn't want to, and by the time the finale rolled around, it was already too late. After the finale, things didn't calm down. If anything, the fallout was even messier. JoJo posted on TikTok talking about wanting to stay in the UK, which immediately sent fans spiraling with theories. Was she trying to run away from the backlash from Kath, from everything that went down on Big Brother? Meanwhile, Kath didn't have to say much. Their actions spoke louder than any post. Kath started liking TikToks that brutally called JoJo out, with comments saying things like, "What JoJo did to you was so degrading," and "Imagine watching your partner fall in love with someone else in real time." Fans rallied behind Kath, sending love and support while dragging JoJo for the way she handled everything.
But yeah, everything we saw transpire, the emotional cheating, the overcrossing of boundaries, and the questioning of our relationship on national TV was not fabricated. And it took that person less than an hour to follow through with, yeah. In terms of Mr. Christopher, I don't know, I have opinions, I'm not going to say them now. In terms of their relationship, that's their journey, enjoy, but yeah. Pretty brutal.
People were questioning why JoJo still had a platform at all, pointing out that no matter how young she is or what personal realizations she might have had about her identity, nothing excused the emotional wreckage she left behind. The general consensus online became painfully clear. Kath deserved so much better, and JoJo's public image, once so squeaky clean, might not bounce back this time. If anything, the fallout was even messier. JoJo posted on TikTok talking about wanting to stay in the UK, which immediately sent fans spiraling with theories. Was she trying to run away from the backlash from Kath, from everything that went down on Big Brother? Meanwhile, Kath didn't have to say much. Their actions spoke louder than any post. Kath started liking TikToks that brutally called JoJo out, with comments saying things like, "What JoJo did to you was so degrading," and "Imagine watching your partner fall in love with someone else in real time." And fans rallied behind Kath, sending love and support while dragging JoJo for the way she handled everything. People were questioning why JoJo still had a platform at all, pointing out that no matter how young she is or what personal realizations she might have had about her identity, nothing excused the emotional wreckage she left behind. The general consensus online became painfully clear: Kath deserves so much better, and JoJo's public image, once so squeaky clean, might not bounce back this time. At the end of the day, no one's saying that JoJo Siwa isn't allowed to grow, change, or figure herself out. She's young, and self-discovery is a messy process, especially when the whole world is watching. But what this situation showed painfully clearly is how personal growth can't come at the cost of basic respect for the people who love you. JoJo's journey inside the Big Brother house, questioning her identity, getting close to someone new, rethinking her relationship, might have been real for her, but for Kath, it played out as a public heartbreak unfolding on live television with millions of strangers watching. It's a lesson in emotional maturity that JoJo desperately needed. Realizing that actions, even the ones you think are about finding yourself, have consequences. Imagine for 1 second if the roles were reversed, if JoJo had to sit at home and watch Kath cuddle up to someone else on TV, joke about falling out of love, and then act surprised when it hurt. Hopefully, this experience forces JoJo to reflect not just on who she is, but on how her actions impact the people she claims to care about. As for Kath, fans are rooting for them to heal, move forward, and never again have to question their worth because of someone else's confusion. Whether JoJo can rebuild her image after this, that's a question only time and her actions will answer.